Hello everyone, and welcome to the official Super Mario 64 TAS Competition 2023 Task 2 reveal stream. How's it going, everybody? This is a pretty special reveal stream, pretty special task we have here. This task and Tiny Huge Island start by warping to the Cork Box Bridge. You can see Mario, this is where Mario's going to warp to, right on the screen. Collect the yellow coin near the beach, and finish by collecting the already spawned star, basically meaning go all the way across the other side of the level and all the way back to get the star. No BLJ or warp reuse is allowed. There's a total of 40 entrants. 40 entrants? 40 solid entrants. That is potentially because this is a part of the multi-game TAS competition that Kierio has been hosting. Big shout-outs to Kierio for hosting this. Basically, there's a bunch of different TAS communities that have all joined together, and this is Super Mario 64's turn. Without further ado, let's get started. 40 entrants, only 2 DQs. A lot of H's in the chat, but without further ado, better luck next time. I gotta turn off the... There we go. Better luck next time. There. Get the actual game going in 2. 2. Enter, please, the time of 23.27. By the way, there's a couple new rewards you might want to look at. I'm just saying. Check that out. Might be new. Congratulations, though, to MPen, please. Fortunately, coming in last place. Still getting a nice submission in, though. Starting off, here's the warp. Warping all the way out of this cork box area. Hitting the wall. Going around, looks like just doing jump kicks up the mountain. If you hold A and press the B button, Mario will not fall when you're doing those jump kicks. It's a pretty good just showcase of just the general level layout that you have to go through. Going all the way around clockwise by the level. Barely avoiding that fall with the help of that ledge grab near where the warp usually is, and collecting the star. Did the other rewards also do nothing? Yes. Let's watch that one more time, just as a showcase for people that might not be super familiar with Super Mario 64 or the general layout of this level. There's a big tower in the middle of this tall mountain. Just kidding, this is a Tiny Huge Island. Have to go over here, get this coin that is on this bridge, and make your way back to the star right next to where you started. Good submission by Anten, please. Seems slightly unoptimized, but still pretty dang nice. Can I do a Mamma Mia for the fans? Ah, Mamma Mia. Next up, in 37th place, with a time save of 3 seconds over an Anten, please, it is almost TWD98. Hopefully that shows up correctly. With some arrows at the end. Let's load up their run. Description, Task 2. Yes, this is the tiny island, I believe, because Mario's so large. Doing a NIS flip to be able to go around the island, not jump kicking over the top. Unfortunately falling down. Still. Ledge grabbing and side flipping up and over, jumping out of the butt slide to avoid hitting the wall. Almost falling to Mario's death right there, but thankfully the cork boxes are actually stuck on, it looks like. One thing I want to mention, normally those cork boxes are only on for a limited amount of time in the base vanilla game, but this save state has been modified so they will just permanently be on. You got nothing to worry about. Use those cork boxes to your heart's content. Starting off with 2 long jumps just to be able to make it up to the island. This flipping over. Barely missing landing on that little plank there. If you do just a neutral land, you might be able to turn around faster than the movement that was done just sliding, unfortunately. Great job to almost TWD98. 20-second run. Still looks like we're in some minorly unoptimized runs, but that might change all right now, because with a time save of 4.2 seconds, that's right, 4.20, it is Lazy Caps with a time of 16 seconds flat. If this time continues, I think 33rd place is going to have like a second or two, something like that. Either way, Lazy Caps, I believe, a new entrant. Let's load up their run. Starting off with the long jump. Looks to be just a double jump to be able to grab the ledge there. Going straight for the coin over the top. Whoa! What the heck? Mario! What are you doing? How did you get over there? And then a big long jump to be able to get back to the cork boxes, and unfortunate fall damage, slowing Mario down for a couple seconds, but then just jumping into the star, collecting it, and finishing their run. Hold on a second. What was that Mario doing? How did that Mario get there? That's not normal. You can see just going up over the top, but Mario's just kind of flying around. Literal ghost hack. That's Ghost Mario right there. Every TAS is personalized? Question mark? Still, great job by Lazy Caps. 36th place, the first sub-20 of the competition. Definitely not going to be the last. We got 35 more to go through. Excellent entrance. And a nice little ghost hack thing, too. That was pretty funny. Next up, in 35th place, Gryzak, with the placing of 35th, of course, and a time of 15.67. Let's load up Gryzak's run. Starting off, looks like they started off with no cap there. Whoa. Spamming those wall kicks to be able to get away from that wall. And a slide kick to be able to get to the coin while still maintaining... Using the tree? Using the tree to be able to get up the mountain. And then the speed from the slope to be able to get all the way almost to the star. With the speed from the slope that you can get, it's much faster than any kind of long jump or dive movement. You can get all the way up to 100 speed if you have enough slope versus a long jump or dive, which is on average 50. So I'm foreseeing a lot of people doing that, using the slope at the top of the mountain. Pretty interesting route here. Doing an immediate jump wall kick to be able to not bonk. And then the slide kick to be able to get the coin. Interesting strat on the tree. It might just be because of the speed you get from the slope. The massive jump all the way to the star almost. Pretty good run by Gryzak. Solid 35th place in the first sub-16 of the competition. Next up, in 34th place, as Gryzak is just punching. Double punching. Join the VC? What do you mean join the VC? This is a TED-only stream. Anyways, in 34th place, Windows X with a time of 15.60. Is sub 15 possible? I don't know. Will we ever know? I don't think so. Windows X, let's load up their run. Description: Hi Mom, hi Dad, I'm on twitch.tv/1TED59. That's actually the description. I didn't make that one up. Starting off with the punch long jump, there is a trick you could do in Mario 64 where if you do a punch right before moving, you start off with 8 speed instead of 6. And because you can cancel the punch, it's called the punch trick. You'll see quite a few people doing it throughout this run because you really just want to move forward at the start. Great run by Windows X. Let's watch it again. So you can see the punch into the immediate long jump, slightly more starting speed, into a forward side flip just to be able to get more height. A long jump and basically doing a counterclockwise way all around the level this time. This is a pretty unique task. There's lots of different ways back across the mountain. It's basically trivial how to get over there. The problem is, which way's the fastest? No tree? Oh no. Not my save files. Oh no. Windows X doing the classic file select crash. Fastest way to crash the game. Unique, that's every task? No. There are some tasks that are not unique where everyone does the same thing. This is not one of those tasks. I love this task. This task is great so far. Next up, though, in 33rd place, I believe also a relatively new entrant, Vendo, with a place of 33rd and a time of 15.10.10. Let's load up their run. That's a good sign. Oh, wait, maybe the game crashed. Hold on. Maybe the game crash might have, There we go. Here's Vendo's run. Starting off with a long jump and a wall kick. Triple jumping over the top. Wow, going all the way up over the top. Very unique route to basically everything we've seen. First seeing up onto the top wood block. Walking a little bit. And then using the butt slide to the star. Now that's a run. Very unique route by Vendo. So starting off with a long jump wall kick to be able to get the triple jump up with speed to be able to make it all the way over the top of the mountain. Using the speed from the slope to get the coin and firstie to conserve that speed. Walking a little bit, refusing to press the A button no matter what at the end of their run, and just going straight into the star. That was a cool run. That was very... I don't think I would have thought of half of the things in that run. Especially the wall kick at the start to be able to get up with speed. That was fun. Great job to Vendo. Solid 33rd place, especially on one of your earlier submissions. Next up, in 32nd place, the one, the only King Green, with a time save of over a second. What the heck? I didn't see that coming. Already, is sub 14 possible? I don't know. Wow, time's flying off already. Description: it's not looking good for my TTC Fall Guys remake. Too many objects and a too low object limit. That's alright. Starting off with a punch long jump trick and another forward side flip to be able to get... Almost thought they were going to land on that pipe. Wall kicking off of a tiny piece of wood. Barely managing to get over. Jump diving to the cork boxes and finishing off with a slide kick and a slide recover to finish their run. So that wall kick off the wood block, pretty hard to do, pretty small area. Let's watch that one more time. Gotta love the era, the slide kick. So the triple jump looks like they were aiming for the pipe, but unfortunately missed it. Just jumping and wall kicking down to be able to land on the grass area to the left of the coin. Make it down just with a jump dive over the mountain and then a slide kick and a slide recover to finish. Good job to King Green. Solid 32nd. First sub 15. And now, for the second sub 15, or should I say sub 14, or should I say sub 13, because shaving over a half of a second off. In 31st place, it is Ink Test, with a time of 12.53. What? What is the final time for this one going to be? This is... Time's flying off already. Everybody's nervous. I should make a time cut one. That'd be fun. Description first. Starting off with the punch trick. Looks like to be going around the left side, going all the way around the pipe, but using the one-up mushroom box to be able to dive recover. And then a tiny bit of slope usage, finishing their run with a jump dive, not even recovering, just sliding to be able to start the star animation as fast as possible. So an interesting start here. Solid run. First run under 14 seconds. First person we've seen go to the left like this, especially with that wall kick. I love the dive recover off that box. That's just using every object in the level to the best of their ability. Doing a big double jump into a butt slide, and then another jump dive to finish their run. Great job to Ink Test. First sub 14 and sub 13. And now, with the saddest thing you'll see in a Super Mario 64 TAS competition, beating Ink Test by one singular frame, with a time of 12.5 seconds, it is Ice Cream. Saddest thing referring to a frame cut. Mario 64 is a 30 frame per second game. Every frame counts in these TAS competitions. Every frame counts. Starting off, a triple jump, actually going to the left side of the pipe there. Going over the top, and then that was a glitchy wall kick. Nice glitchy wall kick. You love to see it. Sliding on Mario's belly to avoid having to do the butt slide animation. Mario just goes straight into an action where he can move while landing. Let's watch that one more time. So starting off another triple jump, this time going to the left of the pipe though, avoiding needing to go all the way around the pipe. Probably saved them that time. Glitchy wall kick. For people who don't know what glitchy wall kicks are, when Mario hits a corner or a ceiling, basically some kind of corner in a weird way, the wall kick angle can get messed up and you can get some counterintuitive wall kicks. It's always really cool when you see one used, and that was a great usage of one by Ice Cream, especially to get the coin like that. Ice Cream, solid 30th place. Every frame counts. That route was an accident. Glitchy wall kicks aren't real, they are cheating. I agree. I agree. But anyways. In 29th... Wow! What? In 29th place. With a sub-12 second run. A time of 11.63. It is Zion. Congratulations to Zion. Let's load up their run. The time cuts keep coming. And they just keep coming. Description. Hopefully this one doesn't desync. Starts off just with a jump and a dive recover. Making good use of the corners that Mario was cutting there. Long jumping all the way and using the long jump out of the pipe to get two long jumps. One of the fastest ways to move. The long jump into another long jump. Great job to Zion. First sub 30th in the competition. First sub 12. Solid placing. Joseph Mama. Starting off, I love the cut over the corners there. It just looks so good to be able to get the jump off. Long jumping all the way around and then the double long jump. I love it. Great job to Zion. Excellent 29th place. No way sub 11 is real. You say that. Next up, in 28th place, with a 3-second... No. In 28th place, saving off just under 0.3 of a second over Zion. Congratulations to Starline with a time of 11.37. Let's load up their run. Starting off immediately with a long jump. Immediately, I should say. Long jumping up around the pipe as well. Falling down and side flipping, avoiding having to go around, just going over the top of the island, using the butt bounce, and then just very smart. Smart route by Starline, not needing to go around like everyone else has been doing. Probably would allow them to shave off that time. Excellent route. Let's load that up one more time. So, not even doing the triple jump, just going around the pipe here. Falling down and doing the side flip, allowing them to get up and using the speed from the slope to be able to go straight into the star. Great job, Starline. Excellent 28th. Is sub 1 minute possible? No, it is not. Actually, there's a fun thing. We are at 11 minutes and 37 seconds. You in the chat, what do you think the final second barrier will be? Will it be 6 seconds? 7 seconds? 10 seconds? What do you think? Let me know. I'm interested to see what people think. Anyways, though, next up, in 27th place, shaving off around a quarter of a second over Starline, congratulations to Albertito. Time of 11.10, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, etc. Let's load up their run. Description, first entry to TAS Comp. First entry, 27th place? That's pretty good. Congratulations. Turning off punching. Ooh, love to see the dive grinding there. This slipping in a recover to be able to get over the top, too. Just jumping up that slope, and then using that slope, going all the way to the star, too. That was a good run. That was a cool run. There was a technique that was used there called grinding, basically, where when Mario's on an edge, you can kind of dive and dive recover immediately. You can see it right here. You can use that to get a lot of speed really quickly. I'm surprised someone's doing that in the first entry, but that shows that they are a well-experienced TASer. Great job to Alberto. I'm no longer happy with my red rip. Or sorry, Alberto. Albertito, I mean. Sorry, Albertito. That was pretty cool. Straight line might be the fastest, you never know. Next up, in 26th place, shaving off 1/10 of a second over Albertito, it is Komali with a time of 11 seconds flat. Is sub 11 possible? I don't know. Where are you, Komali? There you are. Let's load up their run. Description, THI is good. I agree, THI is good. You're not going to believe where the next task is, though. I love that place. Starting off with a punch trick. Tiny bit of extra speed at the start. Side flipping up into the double long jump and a wall kick to be able to make it back to the grassy area. Sliding on Mario's belly and conserving that speed with a slide kick. A frame-perfect slide kick can actually conserve speed and even gain speed a little bit too. Slide kicks on a super long, flat piece of ground are the fastest ways to move. Komali conserving that speed. Slide kick, of course. We are in the slide kick era. Starting off, I like the forward side flip and the dive recover to be able to get up to the little minor raised piece of grass here. And then the jump dive and a slide kick to conserve that speed. I love the slide kicks. Backflip era. We're in the post movement era. That's what we're in. Great job to Komali. Unfortunately not getting the sub 11, the coveted first sub 11. But still, a solid 26th place. And now, getting the first coveted solid sub 11th place with one frame cut. Every frame counts. In 25th place, LRF flew with a time of 10.97. That's right, sub 11 was possible. You heard it here first. Description, it's the fabled 1 coin star. That's pretty good. Starting off just with a jump. Interesting. Ooh, canceling the dive just with the corner there, and a dive grind on the pipe as well. Ooh, just doing a neutral stop and a jump over the top, landing all the way in the water. Very unique route. A speed kick as well, one of the things that allows you to conserve speed. That was a cool route. That was a cool route. We're watching that again. This is just so cool to watch. So Mario falling off that corner and then a dive grind down that pipe. Neutral landing to be able to stop your speed instantly on the tiny piece of wood, and then using the slope and conserving the speed to go straight into the star. Great job to LRF Flu. That is well deserving of the first sub 11 in the competition. I see. Next up, though, in 24th place, it is Kierio04 with a time of 10.83. Shoutouts to Kierio. Excellent person. Doing pretty dang well. 24th. Starting off just with a jump to dive recover. Ooh, getting an instant double jump off with the help of that corner. Butt sliding all the way to the coin by going over the top. And then another butt slide. Wow, making it all the way to the coin. Really using that butt slide speed. A couple people we've seen butt slide and have to slide on the ground. No, just getting it on a single bounce. Mario is zooming. Oh, you left a description? I missed it. No description entered. I mean... Are you trolling me? Okay. So going up with the triple jump, I love that wall kick. That wall kick allowing Mario to get up faster than needing to land to go around the pipe. But look at that speed. Going all the way to the star at the end. What was this? What was the description per se? You can just paste it. Hexstar R count. Just tell me what the description is. It's okay. We got a nice little mini free run here. Mario 64, one of the games that has the best free running scenes of all time. Look at all this movement that you can do. Mario just kind of in the ground. I love it. If you or a loved one gets stuck in the ground for longer than 4 hours, please consult the doctor. That looks to be it, it looks like. Alright, next up. In 23rd place. With another frame cut over Kierio, the legendary Super Mario 64 DS TASer. A deal. You'll have to see people change into the other competitions every once in a while. When's the next Super Mario 64 DS task, by the way? I'm just saying. Description. It's been a while. Can I top 25%? No, but you can top 25. Let's load up your run. Oh, whoa. Starting off with some dive grinds right at the start. Didn't expect those. Jump dives to be able to... Ooh, a nice dive grind there as well. A deal, truly. Whoa. Diving into the little tiny space between the cork boxes and the ground, using that to instantly land and then punching to conserve the speed. Punching actually has less friction than normal grounded movement, so if you do a sliding punch, you can technically get there a little bit faster. That was cool. These runs are so cool. This is a great task. Look at that dive grind at the start to be able to get a ton of speed real quick. Diving all the way around the level. And then right here, into the punch. I love that punch. The swag you only see from a deal. Now, Kierio just sent me their description. On behalf of the SM64 TAS community and all the multi-game TAS competition, I'd like to give a warm welcome to the Super Mario 64 TAS competition. Hope you have enjoyed the stream so far. I hope everyone has enjoyed the stream. I've been trying to make it a pretty nice one. And these TASs have been really fun to watch. I'm so excited. I don't know what on earth the winners are gonna do. It's crazy, especially with the sub 1 second runs they're gonna have. But anyways, in 22nd place, the one, the only, Billy Ward. Time of 10.70. Let's load up their run. Here we go. Starting off punch, and then looks triple jump. Another triple jump wall kick. We've seen this route a couple of times, but this time just going straight up over the top, barely missing the wooden pole as well. Wow, amazing recording. You're right. That's what Billy War stands for. That seems to be one of the first route duplicates that we've seen, but just managing to optimize it, especially going to the left more, to be able to have more speed into that wall kick. The firstie allowing Mario to conserve speed while going up past the pipe. Congratulations to Billy, getting a 22nd place finish. Almost making it into the top half. Pretty nice route. Wow, rude. Rude. SMH. And now, that's right, the top half. You may be thinking, Ted, Billy got 22nd. How are we in the top half? Well, in 20th place, because we have the first tie of this competition. With a time of 10.60. One of 21 people to get into the top 20. Congratulations to Mizu Marurin. Let's load up their run. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Description, thank you. No, thank you. Whoa, we got a timer going. Diving over the corner there. Even a butt slide, too. Unfortunately, he didn't just land to cancel the butt slide. Can't get out of it quickly enough. And then a speed kick and a dive to readjust the angle. Or readjusting the angle before the dive, I should say. Great job by Mizu Marurin. The classic 69 stars, I should say. What a funny number. I wonder what it could mean. Free run action? Before we see this free run, though, let's watch it one more time. Mario taking a lot of damage going into that warp. Diving, cutting across the corner to be able to reset Mario's actions faster without having to do anything. Really hard to land and stop on that wooden platform with the butt bounce, because you don't have a lot of options to move out of that, so you basically just have to kind of stop. 69-star cutscene. Yes. Why didn't you just collect the coin? Makes sense. Is cheating allowed in future tasks? Cheating is actually allowed in all of the tasks. Make sure to explicitly break the rules. It's great. This Toad, by the way, secret, has a star. I'm just saying. I don't want to spoil Super Mario 64 for you guys. Make sure to cheat and don't tell the TAS competition organizers. They love it when people do that. No, I'm just kidding. Follow the rules, everybody. Anyways, next up, also in 20th place, also with a time of 10.60, W Radion. With a time of, well, also 10.60. Let's load up their run. Congratulations on making it into the top half. Description, very interesting description. Starting off just with a long jump, going straight, going around the left side. Haven't seen a left side runner in a while. Going by way of the box. All the way around in just a single hop. One of the few ways to make it out of the butt slide animation. Great job to W Radion. I love the usage of the box. It's just so cool to me. It's one of those things you never think about in casual usages, in casual playthroughs. But in TAS, you got to use everything to your advantage. Nothing can go unscathed. Great job to W Radion. Solid 20th place, 10.60. Yes, you can hold A to bounce higher. That is a minor thing. It's alright. Your first tie. Not a lot of ties. But, anyways, next up, in 19th place. That's right, no more ties for now. In 19th place, shaving off just under a third of a second over W Radion, it is Meowzimum. A time of 10.33, 10 1/3 of a second. Let's load up their run. For now. Starting off with an immediate slide kick into dive grind. Whoa, this is a crazy start. Just doing a quick turn on the wood, doing a massive bounce all the way to the star. A quick turn is a technique in Mario 64 where you land, do a very small input, and then do it the other way to be able to turn really well quickly. Let's watch that one more time. So starting off with a slide kick to be able to dive grind on the side of the wall. There's the nice quick turn on the little plank, and then the big bounce all the way to the star. 110.59 used add permitted term in the butt. Great job to Meowzimum. That was a cool run. Honestly, you know, just for me, I'm watching that a third time. Look at this. Look at this run. It looks so cool. Even using the little corner up there to be able to get another dive off, get some speed from the slope. Anyways, in 18th place, shaving off just under a quarter of a second over Meowzimum. With a time of 10.10, it is Slither. Is sub 10 possible? I hate this run, they say in the chat. Let's load it up. Starting off the punch, slide kick, and just a... Was that a C-up? No, it couldn't have been a C-up jump. And then landing farther and triple jumping. Wow. It is hard to follow that run. Let's watch that one more time. Moving into the C-down camera, just doing a regular jump there. Huh. Interesting. I guess that's just a slope jump. That makes sense. Going down the cinematic Mario view straight into the star. It was a C-up jump? Okay, that makes sense. A C-up jump allowing you to jump a little bit lower, which is useful if you're not trying to go super high, but just trying to get a jump off. Great job to Slither. Solid 18th place finish. And, I should say, the last person to get above sub 10, because in 17th place, with a time of 9.97, it is what 10 out of 10 dentists recommend. Minty. You know, I could have done that better, but that's all right. First sub 10-second run. Now what do you think the final time's gonna be, huh? Let's load up the run. Starting off immediately. Already went through the warp. Just going up over the top of the wood again, and a slide kick to finish their run. It's the runs are getting so quick, it's hard to even find time to commentate in them. By the time I figure out what's going on, the runs are already over. They're starting off diving and canceling Mario's action on the corner, using that slope to get speed into the coin, and then conserving that speed from the final slope with a slide kick all the way into the star. Great job to Minty. First sub 10-second run. That's pretty dang cool. I love the usage of the slide kick at the end to conserve the speed. With the super long cork boxes, sometimes, you know, you just gotta use that speed as much as you can. Slide kick's one of the best things to do that if you're not in the butt slide animation. And now, in 16th place. Wow, name I haven't seen for a while, Rush57. Big shoutouts to Rush. Rush, an epic lad. Description. He said, Yahoo! You will never guess why. Starting off with walking to the left before doing a lot of dive grinds right there. The classic cinematic Mario cam. Whoa, never mind, just doing some crazy movement. What happened there? That was cool. I love just the walk to the left to be able to get the dive grinds off at the start. The walk to the left to get the dive grinds. Long jumping around. Cinematic first-person Mario cam. Let's try to follow this now. Then wall kicking up, doing the long jump over the start, and it looks like a punch at the end potentially. I think this was a beginner-friendly task. It's very simple. All you need to do is get over and get back. How hard could it be? We have a long jump counter on this one. Third watch? Alright, fine. Third watch just for the cinematic Mario cam. Here we go. You'll love to see it. Getting the, it's just so good. I love the punch at the end, too. The punch to decelerate a little bit slower. Decelerate less, I mean. Excellent job to Rush. You love to see the return of Rush. It's so cool. It's been so long. You love to see it. Next up, in 15th place, another legend of SM64. The one and only Fire Breather with a time of 9.83. Making it into the top 15. We got some names coming out now. Oh, you can't say first place from style points yet. We just started. So, jump diving around to the left. Another dive recover off of the box. Just a very clean run. Very clean all the way around. That looked really good to me. Not going for the crazy movement, just going for the solid, very solid route. Let's watch this again. Starting off with the jump kick into the rollout. Interesting. Using the speed from the slope to be able to get the coin, and you're just moving continuously the whole time, going all the way to the star. All the way around, yeah. And that was fast. That was sub 10. That's... wow. Great job to Fire Breather. Solid 15th place. But if only you could have shaved off one more frame, because in, what's this? 13th place, with a time 1 frame faster than Fire Breather. Very unfortunate. Congratulations to Noki27 with a time of 9.80. That's right. We got a tie. We have a tie for 13th. Description. When he does the, and then the he, then the he. Starting off with the punch trick to be able to get speed at the start. And then an immediate jump wall kick. Ooh, nice camera work here. Into a speed kick after the slope at the end to get the star. No, that was just the description, guys. I was just reading the description, okay? I don't put the things in the description, unless I do, in which case it's very funny. So I want to showcase the camera work here. Mario 64's camera work is one of the harder things about the game to actually get good. It's really obvious to tell, like, just what's going on the whole time in this run. Excellent job to Noki. That frame ended up mattering, moving themselves up 2 places for 1 singular frame. How was that faster? 1 frame better. This task had a hacked cam. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. But either way, congratulations to Noki on 13th. Also in 13th, unlucky 13th, it is Fritzafella with the same time of 9.80. Let's load up their run. Where are you? There you are. Starting off with a slide kick into the dive recovers on the side. Very different route than what we just saw, including the triple jump over the top with a quick turn. And doing the small bounce over a jump dive at the end too as well. Oh yeah, Mario time. I agree. So I love this slide kick and the dive recover. You can just spam dives and dives in the air. You can get so much speed so fast. A triple jump over the top, running a little bit. I want to showcase that running at the very top of the mountain. Sometimes running is one of the fastest things you can do, and it looks very funny. Right here. Sometimes you just gotta run. And it's quick, and it's fast, and you get 13th place. Great job to Fritzafella. Solid 13th place finish. Next up, he has been saying this whole time that she hates her run. The whole time. It can't be that bad. Almost making it into the top 10 with a time of 9.67. It is Crackhex. Please show Crackhex some support in chat, making it all the way into 12th. Starting off another slide kick start, but this time going around to the left side, dive recovering, dive grinding, I mean, kicking through the tree. That tree actually kind of just in the way, but unfortunately you cannot grab trees during a kick. Pretty helpful option. What? Let's watch that one more time. I love the slide recover at the start, or the slide grind, I mean. Kicking through the tree and then conserving that speed all the way over to the other side from the slope while getting the coin. Using the slope as well from the top of the mountain, going all the way to the start. Great job to Crackhex. Just excellent job. Solid 12th place finish. But now comes the real frame war. Shaving off 1 singular frame over Crackhex. Congratulations to Wizardo with a time of 9.63. Wizardo. I think Wizardo sounds cooler. Description. This looks like Mario Party the way I be collecting coins and stars. Unfortunately, barely missing out on the top 10, and I'll get into what I mean when I say barely. Starting off just with a punch long jump, going over to the right. Another person using the wall kick off of the wall there. This time not going for the green area, just going straight for the Not going for the green, just going in a straight line up to the very top of the mountain. Straight line all the way to the top of the mountain. Using that slope, going all the way down. Watch that one more time. Long jump, and then using the corner there to be able to reset Mario's action, falling off of that corner pretty quick. A lot of people have been doing that throughout this task. If Mario slides off something, he goes straight into free fall for the most part, unless he's in something like a butt slide animation. That's what allows you to do dive grinds the whole way through. Ooh, free run action. You love to see some minor free run action. Uh-oh. Mario's chilling in the wall. And now, are you prepared for this moment? I mentioned Wizardo barely missed top 10. Well, in 10th place, in 9th place, in 8th place, a 3-way tie, 1 frame faster than Wizardo, with a time of 9.60. That is very funny, Twitch. Thank you for not allowing that message. Congratulations to Frame. That is a very unfortunate frame to lose. Losing a total of 3 placements. Every frame counts. Is sub 9 possible? Let me know. Do you think sub 9's possible? I don't know. Frame, a legend of the Super Mario 64 TAS community. Starting off slide kicking on the left side and not even kind of running there. Very interesting. Using the speed from the slope, and this is just quick. This whole clockwise way around the island is just so fast. It's so fast. But I really want to showcase the just kind of the dive recover into just kind of a run to get a better angle, so that the long jump to the left can go off. But right here, kind of needs to run and turn a little bit to be able to go across. Everybody's using that one-up block. I love it. The double long jump to be able to go real quick and then going all the way to the star. I love the squiggle walk. Definitely the highlight for me. Great job to Frame for being one of the first 3 people to get 8th place in this competition. Next up, also in 8th place, RSW, the classic. Congratulations to a top 10 finish. Every frame counts. So completely different route, going to the right this time. Turns out these routes might actually be tied. Huh. Whoa, crazy movement into a slide recover. Wow. First person we've seen doing that slide recover on an island. In a slide kick is one of the few times you can actually just do a recover on a downward-facing slope. Nice eyes there, Mario. Ooh, how you doing? Oh, baby. Let's load that up one more time, though. The slide kick on the slope, allowing Mario to just move in the air pretty dang quickly. Here we go. I love the slide kick. You go so fast there, making it all the way to the end with just a speed kick, too. Yes, those 2 TASs are tied to the frame. That's how you can tell this is a well-designed task. 2 completely different routes. Even starting off, dive grinding on the other sides of the cork boxes. And yet they are still tied to the exact same time. Let's see. The 3rd place tied to the exact same time, SR. Congratulations also on an 8th place finish. Description, somewhat optimized run, very cool task. I agree, this has been a very cool task. Ooh, another person going to the right, it looks like. Using that corner, and whoa, that was smart. Actually falling off of the wooden platform and using the other side of it to wall kick, allowing Mario to turn that speed around with the firstie and go back up the mountain slightly quicker than the normal way. That's the highlight of that run for me. Pay attention to the slide off after collecting a coin here into the immediate wall kick. You'll see it right here. Into the immediate double jump too. How do they double jump that quickly? Huh. Was that a glitchy wall kick? It's hard to tell with how fast it was. Yes, I mean third, 8th place, I mean. That was cool. All of those 3 runs, completely tied. Yeah, not actually glitchy wall kick. I figured it wasn't a glitchy wall kick. Otherwise, I would have mentioned it. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate someone finally using that. Next up, in 7th place, breaking the frame war, shaving off, that's right, 2 frames. A total of 2 frames over frame, RSW, and SR. Congratulations to Brokami. It's a very solid 7th place finish. Every frame counts. Description. This one is for Amazing Aladdin. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Starting off with the slide kick into the dives on the side. Ooh, just doing a jump kick on that slope, too. Ooh, wow. Very unique. Even though the route in general is the same, the minor movement choices that are made are very different for a lot of the people that went through that route, including the jump kick on the slope, the dust on the... I want to watch this again. The classic slide or dive recover start. Jump kick on the slope and the dust there too, maybe allowing them to actually get to that coin. Huh. Usually in Super Mario 64 you don't see a lot of dust, but apparently that dust was just quick. Needed to adjust the angle, I see. I see. Excellent job to Brokami. A very, like... That's a well-deserved 7th place, in my opinion. And now, in 6th place. As a reminder, please don't spoil the results if you know who's still in. In 6th place, shaving off 1/10 of a second over Brokami, it is TJK with a time of 9.43. TJK, a legend. Description. I have hidden my credit card details somewhere in the latest movement update. Download today and you might be the lucky one to find them. Salute. That's true. I have actually committed large-scale credit card fraud. It's epic. Please do that. Just kidding. Of course we haven't. Ooh, dive recover, canceling off the thing. Look at this camera work. Whoa, what the heck was that? What the heck was that dive grind on this very small wooden... What the heck was that? That dive grind to be able to get speed all the way back there? Huh. Well, I want to see that again. So starting off with a dive grind, relatively classic start, but right here, going over and then dive grinding past the wooden walkway, just making it all the way to the end. Excellent job by TJK. That really looked like a pro free run. Great camera usage, too. Some of the masters of Mario 64 can just do whatever they want with the camera. That's... wow. You know what? 3rd time. I don't care. I don't care. I love the immediate double jump after the corner. Right here is the highlight for me. The dive recover there, and then just the fast movement on the top of the mountain. Here we go! Wow. But anyways... Congratulations to TJK, unfortunately barely missing it on the top 5, because in 5th place, should I say 4th place, because in 4th place, another tie, a lot of ties in this competition, even with people with very disparate routes. Congratulations with a time of 9.30 to Galumba, unfortunately barely missing out on a medal, but still, 4th place, that's still a great time. Or a great placement, I should mean. So starting off the classic slide kick recover, going all the way around to the left, not using the box. Whoa! What the heck? What? Alright, we're watching this one in slow-mo. I don't think people understand how crazy that was. That was all the way up in 4th! Normally when we get to this late in the competition, it's like the routes have all kind of converged. That was completely unique, including using the instant tree release to adjust the angle. We're watching this in the patented 1:59 slow-mo. I don't even care. So going around to the left side, dive recovering on the little slope right there, adjusting the angle with the tree while kicking off of the plank, sliding down off the top and making it into the star with a speed kick. What? Alright. We're watching this in slow-mo because this is too good not to. Starting off, lots of dives there to get speed. Going over to the side. Dive recovering there. Instant tree grab by grabbing the tree from below. And just, wow. While kicking off of the tiny wooden thing to get the speed up the hill. Just doing crazy movement up the hill and making it all the way to the end. And that was 4th place. Great job to Galumba. Also great job to ERGC Xander. Also getting its 4th place, the time of 9.30. Let's load up their run. Congratulations to Xander also on a 4th place finish. 4th place curse. Rip CSC. Here we go. This right side looks pretty quick. Going more for the classic wall kick, but landing all the way on the beach. Haven't seen anyone land on the beach basically this entire task. It's been a long time since someone landed on the beach. That was fast? Really? How'd you do that? Normally people just go straight for the coin, but Xander proved us all wrong. Falling all the way down, just allowing you to side flip, jump, or double jump, I should say, on the wooden platform, allowing you to get up and over the top quicker. Sorry about that. Great job to ERGC Xander. Unfortunately missing out on the top 3, but still, excellent 4th place finish. And now, for the official Super Mario 64 TAS Competition 2023 Task 2, Top 3. In 3rd place, the Mario 64 ABC legend, Marbler, with a time of 9.13. 9.13, shaving off almost 0.2 of a second. This late? After all those frame cuts? Time cut this late? I don't know. Description: I'm horrible with movement. Enjoy this motad. Is sub 9 possible? Is sub 9 possible? Whoa! Kicking into immediate dive grinds. What is this movement? Dive grind on there, just going straight up over the top of the mountain? What the heck was that? The kick into the immediate dive grind. All right. I can't slow-mo all these runs. Here we go. Triple jumping over the top. Almost flipping the pipe. The dive grind's there too as well. Triple jump over the top. It's... wow. I don't care. We're doing it a 3rd time. So the kick into the immediate dive grind. First person we've seen doing that. There might be more potential for that. Going all the way up over the top. Dive grinding. Barely. How did you land on that plank? How on earth did you land on that plank? Great job to Marbler. Solid bronze medal. Literally kickstarting. Literally. Thank you, Adil. That was good. That was a good one. And we're only in 3rd place. Wow. What? No way. What? A time cut this big? This late? In 2nd place. Shaving off just under half a second. With a time of 8.70. Congratulations to DeRockProject. What? Destroying sub 9. How? What? How do you speed that run up by half a second almost? What did we all miss? Description: I spent 4 days saving this 1 frame. Hard to believe that Scattershot can still save 3 frames off of this. Not even 1st place. Please don't spoil the results if you know who's still in, by the way. Starting off immediately with the slide kick, doing a jump dive into the corner. And then just going over the top. That was that fast? How? Yeah, way more speed. I think that's it. The ending is just way quick. I want to pay attention to this part at the beginning, too. That just, like, dive recover into the corner, into the hop. I love that. That looks so cool. And then you just go straight to the star. It's just so fast. Mario's just moving so quickly. I can afford to watch it 3 times. I got the time. You're just going straight to the coin. And then you're just going straight to the star, all the way over, basically triple jumping over the top. Straight line from the coin to the star. And that's only 2nd place! Congratulations, DeRockProject, on getting the first sub 8 of the competition, but now, in 1st place, with a time save of 0.2! With a time of 8.5 seconds. Congratulations to the winner of the 2023 Task Number 2 Super Mario 64 TAS Competition, as well as the multi-game TAS competition for this round, FeijoadaMolhada, with a time of 8.5 seconds. 8.5 seconds? What? How? Starting off with the slide kick. This route? All the way down to the beach? Flipping through the bottom? What? How was that fast? All the way down to the beach? Whoa, nice glitchy wall kick. Nice glitchy wall kick. This is the free run action you love to see. A majority of the re-records probably spent on this free run. This is the kind of movement you'll only get in Super Mario 64, ladies and gentlemen. That was cool. Wow, nice free run. I love that glitchy wall kick. So starting off with the slide kick into dive recover, going up past the pipe, and then just, you can go basically in a straight line. The beach was that fast? Alright. 3rd time watching this run in patented 1:59 slow-mo here. The slide kick to be able to get a lot of speed real quick, and then the dive recovers to get more. The instant double jump by going over the corner. Spam the movement, barely making it up to the top. Falling all the way down, immediate side flip. A dive in before that double jump. I thought it was just a landed double jump. I completely missed that dive. And then going all the way to the star at the very end. You can't patent that? You're a little late. That was an amazing run. That was well worth. Congratulations to FeijoadaMolhada on a 1st place finish. That was crazy. Wow. GG's, everybody. But we're not done yet. Don't leave just yet. There were 38 runs we played so far. There were a total of 40 in the competition. DQ number 1. No Gazer 3. No BLJs. Read the rules, everybody. Don't break the rules. So... yeah, I saved it. I saved it out of flu. I saved it. Read the rules. No BLJs in your BLJ. This could be really cool. But here we go. Going into this low ceiling right here, BLJing straight to the star. Oh, thank you, Laxonard. I appreciate it. Yeah, that run would be really cool if that strat wasn't banned. What was their time? I don't know. I don't know what their time was. Doesn't matter. They broke the rules. Don't break the rules. You don't get a time. Wait, no. Break the rules, you don't get a time. Unfortunate, but you know how it is. BLJs can let you just... That BLJ would kind of just trivialize the task, which is why BLJs were banned. And I saved the coolest for last? No, it's just DQs for last. There's only 2 of them. And finally, a very unfortunate rule break. Very unfortunate. Missing the deadline by like 2 minutes. Summon Kid. You really hate to see that one. This is one that really pulls at your heartstrings. I don't know what this one is timed, but it really sucks. This one I think is fair to time. Yeah, this one is just very unfortunate. So starting off, going up by way of the pipe. Jump kicking over the pipe. Ooh, actually dive recovering there too as well. Long jumping back, doesn't want to go past the tree. All the way to the top, long jumping to the cork boxes. And then just walking straight to the star. Do you know what your time is, Summon Kid? It's okay if you don't. You don't. Yeah, nobody knows what their time is. I don't think anyone timed it. But that was a crazy task. Thank you so much to all the TAS competition organizers for hosting this. That one was real fun to do. So many movement options that I just never expected coming. Thank you all for watching. But we are still not done yet. There's one more thing to showcase, and that is... Wow, I forgot to update the task number. Hold on. I'm glad I saved that. That would have been embarrassing. That is the next Super Mario 64 TAS Competition tasks. Task number 3 revealed live right here in Cavern of the Metal Cap. I love a Cavern of the Metal Cap task. One of my favorite tasks. Start by closing the text box and break 4 out of 5 custom-placed metal cap boxes. Finish by exiting via the waterfall to the castle grounds. And of course, no BLJ. You know, you can't BLJ. BLJ would trivialize this task. I would win if BLJs were allowed. I'm just saying. But I love me some Cavern of the Metal Cap task. One of my favorite levels. I'm super excited to see everyone's entry into this. Thank you all for watching, and thank everyone from the multi-game task competition for entering too. I hope some of you will stick around for task number 3. It should be in 2 weeks. Not 100% sure on that, but should be in 2 weeks. Thank you all for watching. I have been your host, OneTed59. I hope you all enjoyed. Congratulations to the winners of this task and everyone who participated. I've been Big Ted. Peace out.